Hey, what's up guys, it's Dom from Whole Printing Inc. In today's quick video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys the harsh realities of owning your own print shop. My name is Dom, I own Whole Printing Inc. I've been in the printing industry for years. I've worked with many big corporations and my only goal is to help you on your printing journey. So the number one thing you're going to deal with by having a print shop is going to be challenges. Your biggest challenges is most likely your equipment. Equipment is going to break, malfunction, it's going to not work the way you want it to work, it's going to break in the worst time possible. So equipment, I'd say, is one of the biggest challenge by owning your own print shop. The other big challenge is going to be to manage your orders and deadlines. Balancing your personal life with your printing life is quite hard already. You guys are familiar with the long hours you're most likely working currently. However, when you get employees inside of the mix, they can not only miss the deadline, but they can actually put you behind, having to redo their jobs and be in a position where having employees is actually setting you back instead of moving you forward. I'd say another challenge is going to be late payments from clients. I don't know why, but it seems like it's a stereotype in printing that the printing guy kind of gets the money last, and it's very unfortunate. Dealing with big clients like FedEx all the way to small local shops, for some reason it's like hard to get your money in most cases. If you find that client that pays right away, keep them and satisfy them in every single way, because that type of client is very rare in printing. Most of the time, unfortunately, you're running after your money and it's very unfortunate. So this is kind of the bad stuff. Let's talk about the good stuff of owning your own printing company. It's very gratifying to hit your first big corporate contract, whether that be a big local company in your area or a corporate giant like FedEx. It's one of the most fulfilling things to actually go ahead, send over the estimate and get approved and start working on that order. It's super simple. It's the same placement, same prints. It makes your life so much easier, and it's most likely the most amount of money you'll make on a single contract once you hit that big milestone. So that's one of the biggest wins, I'd say, in your printing business. Having a big contract with a local company, a school, whatever the case may be, one of the most rewarding feelings I've ever felt so far in my printing company. Another big thing by owning your own printing company is quality control. By having access to all of this equipment and having the experience to print different types of garments or different types of products, it's very rewarding to go ahead and deliver something that's quality, that you know you've made. Very interesting for most of you guys that started your own company, because you like to have control of how things look, how they turn out. So having a quality product, standing behind that product and going to deliver it to a client with a smile on your face, one of the most rewarding things I've felt in business so far. And to kind of circle back my last point, the most rewarding thing I've found in business, yes, big contracts, yes, quality products, but it's to have feedback from one of your clients. Somebody that goes out of their way and says, hey, you made an amazing product, I really like the quality, keep it up. Those small comments really compound and they make you stand behind your product and your work, and makes you feel an immense sense of gratitude. And it's one of the best feelings, to be completely honest, having valued feedback. Here's my biggest tip that I can give you guys before you start your printing journey or to implement in your current printing journey. Number one, focus on automation. Automation is the difference between doing 16-hour days to 8-hour days. Automation, systems, placement, environment, all of these things I can cover in a later video, and I made videos on this on the past, where you set up your press, where you set up your printer, how you actually go and fulfill your orders, the production line, developing systems, organization. All of these things are super crucial to make your work-life balance so much better. Another big tip I want to give you guys is cash flow. Cash flow is one of the biggest things you need to focus on when starting and developing your printing business. No money in the bank, no orders are getting fulfilled. Think about it. If you get a big contract for, let's say, 1,000 shirts and you don't have the money or the cash flow, or I should say, to purchase those shirts, the order won't go through. You need to understand that you need to have cash flow and you need to manage the people that are paying you. Your accounts receivable need to be updated. You need to put money aside when you get a big order, and always reinvest in the business. New equipment, training employees, and anything that you have left over, leave it in the business bank account, because you never know how far away you are from that big order. How we've personally adapted is we now ask for upfront payments. If you're not a FedEx, if you're not a corporate entity that we know we're going to get paid no matter what, we require a deposit and an upfront payment before we even lift a finger. Obviously, we communicate with the client, we understand what they want, we provide mock-ups, all of this is free of charge. But when they say, this is what we want, this is the quantities we want to proceed, we ask for money in the bank right away. Last thing you want is to have outstanding orders. It even happens to us till this day. We have around, I'd say maybe a $4,000 or $5,000 that we're not sure if we're ever going to get it. We have orders that are waiting here that are not paid, not even a deposit, and we have orders that have already been shipped and are already in the client's hand and they haven't paid us. So this is my advice to you. Ask for upfront payments and ideally have the full amount before you start doing anything. However, I do understand that a 10%, 25% deposit might be more realistic than 100% of the payment up front. Do with this however you want. We're unfortunately still struggling with this currently, so this is one of my biggest advice I can give you guys. So let me know if you guys found this video somewhat insightful. If you did, obviously leave a like. Comment down below your thoughts on if you're starting your printing business, how it's going. If you have any questions, I'll make sure to make an updated video on this very soon. Thank you guys so much for watching. This was Dom from Whole Printing Inc. Make a print you'll never forget.